Good morning, dear students. Hope everything is fine with you all. Today we are going to look at tense in that past continuous tense. The last class we studied about simple past tense, and now we are going to look at about past continuous tense. Okay. Present continuous tense we studied that actions that are taking place at the time of speaking we use present continuous tense, whereas past continuous tense basically we used to speak about actions that were taking place in the past. So when we come to usages, we'll study that. Now, as we used to see, let's look at the sentence structure. Affirmative sentence or statement sentence in past continuous tense, the structure is subject, was or were. Two we verbs are present tense, present continuous when we studied is, are, three were there. Here only two was or were plus ing of the verb plus object. So you have he was studying maths. Subject was, because subject is third person singular. This was is used for first person and third person singulars. First person singular I, third person singular he, she, it. So he was studying maths. Okay, that is what is the sentence structure. Then you have got statement sentence. For the negative sentence, like in the other sentences, we have to use a not between the two parts of the verb. Okay. So you have subject, was or were as we saw here, plus not plus ing of the verb. So if somebody asks you what is a verb of past continuous tense, you have to say was studying. That is was plus ing is what is a verb. So this much is a verb. Now we are adding a not between these two. Okay, so you have he was not studying maths to get the negative structure. Okay, he was not studying maths. Okay, this is one part of the verb and this is the other part. Put together is a verb made and the not referring to negative is inserted in between. Is that clear? That is how past continuous tense negative sentence structure is made. Fine. Next one is the question. That also we saw in the previous tenses when we studied one part of the verb comes before the subject. That is what is a question form, what we say. The verb comes before the subject. So was or were, what we saw here, plus subject plus ing of the verb and object with the question mark. Okay, was or were plus subject plus ing of the verb plus object with a question mark. So was he studying maths? Question mark. Was he studying ing verb and object with the question mark. That's how sentence structure in past continuous tense question sentence structure is made. Okay, question sentence structure is made. Let me tell you once again, the statement sentence structure is subject, was or were, ing verb, object. So he was studying maths. Negative sentence subject, was or were, not ing of the verb, object. So we have he was not studying maths. Question sentence, was or were, verb, subject, ing of the verb, object with the question mark. So was he studying maths? Is that clear? I suppose it's fine with you. Now we look at the usages. Okay. Here also you will see different usages explained in different textbooks, but they all basically come into these two. Okay. Actions in progress in the past. That's what I told you. Present continuous tense we studied to talk about actions that are taking place at the time of speaking. Present continuous tense we use actions that are taking place at the time of speaking. The fan is running, the wind is blowing, sun is shining, vehicles are moving on the road. That is what is present continuous tense. Whereas in past continuous tense we used to speak about an action started sometime in the past, okay, continued for some time and ended in the past. This continuity is what is past continuous tense. Okay. He was walking. Now for the tense sake we can say he was walking, but then we have to have a reference, or we should understand it when it is said. He was walking, maybe what you call a time that we was referred to in the past time. For example, yesterday I was going through my notes in the evening. So let's say it was from 5 to 7, 2 hours I was going through my notes. So we talk about something, maybe about my brother or my son or something like that. In the middle of the conversation, when it comes, we say he was sleeping. What is this time that we should understand? That when I was reading my notes, during that period, he was sleeping. Understood? That we should understand from the situation, what you call, when we think of a conversation. Or in 1982, I was studying in standard 10. Now 82, is one long year, or 81, 82 if you take it academic year in that sense, 81, 82. Okay, it's a long stretch of period. So during that time, I was studying. That means I would have started my studies in 81 June and continued up to 82 March. So the continuity of that action, that is where we use past continuous tense. Second thing, two parallel actions that were taking place sometime back in the past. Two parallel actions that were taking place in the past. For example, last Sunday, when I was cleaning the house, my wife was cooking food. Last Sunday, when I was cleaning the house, my wife was cooking food. Or when I was listening to TV, my son was studying. Two actions, parallel actions, two simultaneous actions that were taking. Now it is not taking place. It's already over. It started, continued and finished. Okay. Action was over in the past. We are not talking about an action that is taking place now. We are talking about action that was over in the past simultaneously. So that is where we say these parallel actions in the past that were going on. Now sometimes you see some actions that were gradually in progress or process. Again, as I told you, it is in the past. Okay. When I was returning home, it was getting dark. It was getting dark. It is a gradual process. So like that, in different books you might see different things, but understand it is basically combined into these two realities. That is an action that was in progress in the past, which means started sometime in the past, continued for some time and ended in the past. Now it is not taking place. Now if it is taking place and we are talking about, then it is present continuous tense. You should keep that in mind. And another one is two parallel actions, two actions that were taking place simultaneously at the same time. To talk about that, we use past continuous tense. Is that clear? Huh? So that's all basically about past continuous tense that I need to tell you about. Clear? Okay. If there is anything more, please contact me over the phone. Thank you.